I keep talking about people needing to create a relationship with God, and basically this is in a part way of what I mean by it. If you wanted to make up with someone who you have wronged and you haven't been a good friend to, how would that conversation be? Start from there. And if you wouldn't be able to have that conversation and you're like, well, I'm not meh, I would really have a hard look at yourself, because if you can't seek that level of forgiveness, especially if you're going to be reproducing on this earth, you have to understand what forgiveness is, because you can't let children of today not learn about forgiveness. You have to bend the tree whilst it's young. If that hasn't happened to you, and you are going to have to be that first part maker, then you create your relationship with God. The reason why people should do that is because you have not only protection in the physical realm, but in the spiritual realm. Now, I do not care what the religious texts are assumed of God. I have my relationship with God, and I will stand there and cuss a brother and sister out if you dare test me about what you might have heard in the Bible and you haven't read the book yourself. You haven't questioned the Quran. You haven't questioned the Torah. You haven't questioned anything, right? What you need to do is question your goddamn self. And what God does is it gives you, whatever it is, gives you a mirror. Gives you a mirror of you, a reflection of you. And what God is us, Him living a human experience. We're the part souls of Him. We're His creation. When you understand a part of yourself which you have been trying to hide from for many years, it can't go any further but within your mind. Like, one thing God can give wrath for is having you stuck inside your own head. Don't go there. Don't even bother. What I can say is, if you want to have any love or forgiveness in your life, give everything that you dislike or do not like to God. That's a start. And also understanding that God isn't just going to come down in human form. God is just so much bigger of an explanation of what we can comprehend as conditioned human beings. That's how I could really say it. But you really have to understand we lack imagination these days. And if we didn't, we would understand what the ether of God could be. And if you do have an imagination and you can manifest and you can connect to high source and the divine, why wouldn't you want to do that when you can create your life of abundance and just give everything that burdens you over to Him? And that is people who won't give you forgiveness back, things that can, torment your mind and keep you up at night. Give it to Him. It's the best therapist I think you'll ever have is God. And I'm talking from personal experience. Like, God saved my life, God saved my soul, and I am incredibly protected from God now, because I have literally given my faith into the unknown of His journey for me, in His plan. And I personally have got full faith still in the unknown, and so far it's going good. Thank you God. And basically, I just want people to experience, when you are at the lowest form and point of your life, and especially when you're coming of age and you're turning into certain parts of your adulthood, kidulthood, whatever you're going through, you can find solace in something that doesn't burden you on your day-to-day, because giving things to God gives you space to do the day-to-day, and you can still deal with certain troubles that are in your hands. And that is the magnificent thing that God has given me, is time to process, time to digest, time to exist and be present in the current moment. And I don't think you can put a price on that. So start your relationship now. And I ain't even going to go into conspiracies. It's all about you, and then we will reflect what happens on the outside.